4th place, only losing to Lawlight, and as you said, new strategy with 1.29, playing the Dreadlord.
Exactly. That can be a big weakness for WFZ when everybody knows what he's playing and everybody knows how to react to that. How much of an idea does Fly have? Here we have the vetoes. Fly gets rid of AI and Twisted Meadows banned by WFZ. That's very normal. I wonder why he vetoed Ancient Isles.
Maybe it's a good worm map. He doesn't want to play against worms. WFZ, known, infamous for his worm play, his unusual worm play in this matchup. We start on Last Refuge, a very balanced map, a very good map, a very entertaining map. Lots of items, lots of creep spots, chance for the orcs to expand, which is sometimes the win condition against undead, but also big potential for banshees, as you have some safe spots, some chokes where you can fight. The stats between the two are 4 to 6 in series since 2015, so pretty damn close. It's not one guy winning it all, but at the moment, man, there's a streak, and that streak is for in favor of Fly. He won the last 4 encounters.
That was before the new strategy, though.
Indeed.
That was before the Dreadlord. I might be wrong on this. Maybe he's not going to play that strategy, but it would greatly surprise me. WFZ usually, once he has found something, his own strategy, that's something, by the way, we have to really hold him in high regard for. He finds his own strategy, he thinks it's good, and then he sticks to it till the bitter end.
Yeah. WFZ's orc matchup is not that great, to be honest. Barely above 53%. He has negative stats against Fly. He has negative stats against Focus. And, of course, negative stats against Lin. For Fly against Undead, for a long time, he was the best in this matchup. Now, below... no, it's 60% still, which is okay. Positive stats versus 1-0 WFZ and TBC. But everything is very close. But he's on a streak, man. For that guy who we thought that he would become a streamer now and retires from professional Warcraft, he's pretty damn strong. His only tournament, though, that he played this year was AWL, where he dropped in the first round to Moon, which is no shame, but that shows how inactive he is in 2018.
Alright, here we go. We move on to the first map. Last Refuge. Pretty big map. Lots of creep camps to take if you have the space. That is good for the orc. He is gonna be going for tier 3 triple hero. That is the meta nowadays. It's been a long time since last I saw an orc staying on tier 2. They will have the freedom. The undead will be weak until tier 3, as is always the case for undead. So, we've been talking about this new strategy for a while. What is that new strategy? Maybe you don't know it yet. It is Fast Hero from WFZ, which he's been playing for a long time, and then going for 4 ghouls instead of 3 ghouls. Doesn't sound like a big difference, but it really is a big difference, because with that, the undead will be stuck on only 2 fiends for a very long time. He will rush a sacrificial pit to use the 6th acolyte, which we see for scouting right here, so he has a shade all the time. With that, he will try to not get punished too much for his long weakness, and then he's going to try to hit a tier 3 timing with Lich and DK and a Dreadlord 3rd, and win then by disabling the Blade Master and having the big upper hand in damage. That's the theory that has worked in the last couple of weeks, but has also been punished in the last couple of weeks.
Indeed. These two players have quite a bit of a history together at GCS competitions. In fall 2016, Fly came in as the defending champion in a group with WFZ, and the Undead, it was him kicking him out of the tournament with a 2-1. Both went to the grand final in 2016, where only Chinese players are allowed, and they went to the grand final of the grand final, and there was Fly getting the revenge with a 3-2 win, claiming the big spot. Tier 2 tech on the way for WFZ. Creeping goes on. Blade Master is here, and Fly for many years renowned for his Blade Master control in... Oh, there we go. Last hit. And he gets a skeleton. So good experience on the Blade Master here. But yeah, this is a double-edged sword. He's amazing with grunts. He's amazing with Blade Masters early. But as we mentioned before, he might lose them fairly quickly as well.
Kind of surprises me here that Fly is adjusting so well to the newer creep route, as we could see that WZ was creeping with only the DK, something that has only been established recently. I thought he was gonna go, you know, look for items, hunt for those claws, stack up the blade, but no, he's not doing that. He knows how weak the undead is, he is trying to punish it, now trying to steal the camp away from WFZ. Would love to get the last hit. Hard to do though against the coil. And he gets it with that coil, but the item does go to the orc. Another one into the inventory.
Indeed. We have seen, with this Dreadlord strategy, a lot of skeleton usage. We have had 6 skeletons at the same time. Once again, the coil invested 150 mana for this creep spot that you usually only want to take with your DK and skeletons and maybe the first fiend. Third coil invested because he needs that level up. He needs that level 2. And with the Unholy Aura and with the Regio Potion, he can get back to at least 1 coil. But man, there's not too much to heal his army.
There we see the 4 ghouls, the first fiend coming out. When I first saw this, I was wondering if orcs don't want to be more aggressive against this new strategy from WFZ. The meta game for a long time now has been becoming more and more passive in this matchup because orcs want to get that level 3 SH, and for that you need to go creeping. Can't be aggressive because if the undead goes for a more standard play and hits you with tier 3 push, then you need level 3 SH. That is the idea behind it. So WFZ found his little opening in the current meta. But now Fly may have an ability to respond to that special way that WFZ is playing. He's just trying to avoid, you can see, he's trying to avoid the orc at all costs because he only has skeletons and a DK, nothing else. Yeah. If the blade finds him, he's going to be able to force him away. But he has achieved quite a lot already, more than level 2 and another item for the DK with no units to speak of so far.
And steals it for the Blade Master, who is not level 3. Tier 3 tech for Fly now, Shadowhunter second, the normal stuff. Of course, the absence of Fiend is why he can invest so many coils early. Now the DK, almost in trouble there, but lucky end snare for him saving. And another steal. Man, wow. This is so good for WFZ. Fly does all the work, and WFZ gets all the rewards.
Yeah, so much experience for this DK and tier 3 rush on both sides. Once again, the meta here is super greedy. Rush to tier 3 with barely anything. Did invest a lot of mana for this though. Will only have 1 coil left now. Lich will be coming out. And there is the Sacrificial Pit. He's going to have a Shade very early. Is he playing this even greedier nowadays with only 1 Fiend?
Yeah, that is super duper greedy. 1 Fiend tier 3 tech, that is quite unheard of, I would say. But with what the DK got here on the map, I think absolutely justified to play it there. There's not too many targets for Fly. Also now with the Shadowhunter moving out, usually you kind of hunt the undead, trying to get a Hex on a Fiend or so. But if there's no Fiends, can't use Hex on them.
And once again, this will be an orc looking towards creeping instead of aggression. This is what we've been seeing for a long time in this matchup. Keeps on happening here. Will be level 3 for the Blade. That's very nice. Gonna give him a lot of scouting possibilities and also damage if he wants to. Boots of Quel'Thalas. Yes. Oh yes!
He was so unlucky with his tier 2 permanent items so far. Only rings, no claw at all. But now the Boots of Quel'Thalas certainly make up for that, especially since they are still calculated into the critical strike and higher levels. Almost the entire creep spot goes towards WFZ here. We don't have the item yet, but the DK is a lot safer from this backstab. Will he invest another coil? Nope. Closer to level 3. We have the Frost Armor now, so that's why the DK is more secure. By the way, there's still a chance for the Tome of Experience. Another last hit for WFZ.
Will be close level 3 for the DK, and Tome of Agility, no experience here, not that lucky. SH, he gets to solo creep. He is getting closer to the level 3. What's he doing on tier 3? Is this just going to be standard TC into later Headhunters? A Kodo Beast, of course, will be there at some point. Super early tier 3, my goodness.
Yeah, it's really, really a rush. Oh, the Shadowhunter takes quite some damage. It's micro. We have the first Berserker on Fly's side, so it's 3 grunts, 1 Berserker. Can Fly finally get a big steal? He certainly needs it. Shade sees him though, so WFZ is prepared. Level up for the DK, and that's level 3 and level 2 coil now.
Should have an Orb of Corruption here very soon as well. With that, he'll be able to put way more pressure on the Blade Master. Trading hits now. Both first heroes dropping kind of low here, but I think there's still a healing salve left over for the Blade.
It's decent time that Fly is stealing here with his presence, so a lot of space for the Shadowhunter. He will be level 3 before the first fight for sure, and there he is. The Dreadlord, buffed in patch 1.29, sleep is better, and we have seen WFZ play this. Sleep against the Blade Master diminishes the damage to almost 0 if played correctly.
Getting worried there for a second. Blade Master is already low HP. There is a Nova now. Could this be the first Blade Master loss of the game? So far, he has managed to keep his first hero alive and get a lot of experience for this SH with some bonus intelligence, which is also nice. One of mana stealing. Meh.
For the TC, it's pretty good, I think.
Well.
Because he's in the middle of everything, he can steal mana and then maybe stomp again.
Yeah. But getting invos might be more valuable.
That's
We're
true.
gonna see. But you can see, still only 2 Fiends. Like, creeping this does all take quite a while. Here we have the Dreadlord now, finally. With a new patch, sleep has become a lot cheaper, so now on level 1 he has 4 sleeps, it is, right?
Nice. Talisman for more HP and more intelligence. That's what the TC wants, and that's also nice for the Shadow Hunter if he wants to keep him safe a little more. Red Spot is great, can drop an aura, not the case here for Fly. We have a Kodo Beast for additional damage, WFZ scouts this again. And do you think, like, this is pretty predictable now? Maybe, okay, Witch Doctor you don't want to go for a Lodge, but scan more often, use more dust, stuff like that. I have to do that now?
Wouldn't mind dust at all. But here, this is the push. He wants to push with destroyers. He wants to disable the Blade Master with his Dreadlord, and he wants to do a lot of damage with the Orb of Annihilation. Can he do it? Level up for the TC right away. There is the first sleep. What's he gonna focus on? That hero, despite all of his tankiness, okay, interesting choice, doesn't get the kill there. Actually, only 1 destroyer up in the air, 2 statues on the ground. Regen is still kicking in. That's gonna mean a lot of sleep still to come. Gets the first blood. Gets that grunt. Good position here for the Undead. A little choke. The melee units can't really reach. He's gonna get the next grunt, and this is usually how these fights start out. The Blade Master can't do anything. He's gonna get a couple of unit kills to start with, but then can he turn it around? DK dropping low, and he gets the Hex! Not quick enough with the Dispel, and now the DK is missing in this fight. Oh, he had an Ankh though.
Alright, didn't know about that. That's why he positioned the DK that aggressively. Blade Master still up in focus. The TC really wants to get rid of him, using a lot of damage on him. The Dreadlord is falling, but there's another coil. Also a heal away from the Blade Master. It's kind of about the heroes now. Will the BM fall? He has another invul. The Dreadlord has not, but there's Frost Armor to save him from now. Is the coil ready? Oh, we don't think he has the mana. He doesn't, and the Dreadlord falls.
Level 3 for the Lich. Nova just got a lot better. He has the mana for it as well. Is he going to use it on the Raider? Not yet. Level 1 hero only, of course, is going to be back soon. So, what did he lose? Level 1 Dreadlord and 2, maybe 3 ghouls, but the Destroyer. This is going to be a big loss if he gives it up. No purges. Very unlucky there for Fly, but now he goes in again. Knows about the Dreadlord not being here. Raiders dropping low, still holding on to the Nova. SH has mana still to heal. Blade Master dropping low as well. Doesn't have invul anymore. Has to be careful. Has to run away. Will survive. The Grunt is going to be the trade. Good trade though for the Orc. Got the Destroyer for only the Grunt.
There's quite a bit of skeletons now, more statues as well with the arrival. He morphs another Destroyer, so he does have the anti-magic unit in the air with damage, of course, but there's nothing to dispel. The Dreadlord is coming, does not pick up a new Rod of Necromancy, where he's kind of reliant on at the moment. Oh, nice stomp again. He wants that Fiend, but WFZ is there with a coil.
That was the last heal wave for a while. Blade Master dropping low. Is there going to be a Nova? He does have the mana, not going for it though. Picks up a mana potion though, and with that it's going to have more healing. Here we go. Heal wave once again. DK in trouble. This time he doesn't have an Ankh. He has an invul though. May have to use it here unless he wants to get hexed. There's the invul. Nice scroll of speed as well for the TC to get out of trouble. Blade Master dropping low. So is the Lich. Coil coming in. Keeps him alive.
But there's an opening maybe on the Dreadlord, and he's using that immediately. Retreats with the Dreadlord, and now can he get the TC finally? He's trying for such a long time to get the Milk Cow out of the game, but Fly retreats and the TC stays alive.
Well done by both players here. Good micro on either side. Lots of headhunters coming in now. He's gonna have a great answer. 2 destroyers up in the air, but we haven't seen mass destroyers really. Only 1. There were always statues on the ground, and I like the statues on the ground. Usually against Orc they die so quickly because of Ensnare and the Blade Master, but he's always slept at the beginning of the fight. Item here is...
Observer really tries to. Okay, the helm, which is not that nice. We'll sell it most likely for an invul. Fly is ready for the belated creep jack. Oh, WFZ wanted to retreat, but no. He has the high ground now. He scouts it, of course. There's a Temple of the Damned coming for damage mitigation for Curse. But what is happening in the fight? Dear Observer, here we go. TP out.
Keeps it all alive. So he got most of that camp. Almost all of that camp. Traded only for a TP. That's definitely worth it. WZ is an upkeep though, so this is a little more expensive, basically.
Okay, he seems to be confident. about his position in the game, and he goes for an expansion. Lin style, 2 towers and then the Great Hall. Creeping there as well, so that's nice for him. Here's a level up for the Blade Master, as I said, with the boots of Quell Palas. There should be decent crits. He has the aura on the TC as well. And that is level 4, level 2 critical strike now.
The Dreadlord should reach level 3 as well though, and if he has full mana heading into the next fight, that's gonna be so many sleeps. And then Blade Master's damage is not gonna be able to do anything if he's just standing there having a snooze. How greedy is Fly? Is he really gonna go for the tiny Great Hall here on only 50 supply? He has no idea if WFZ is ready to push with a big army. He's not scouting at all. Is he really going for the tiny Great Hall?
Looks like it, right? Did he buy it now? With 200 gold only. He was banking quite a bit. DK has a mana potion. The Dreadlord is going for Aura, not for Carrion Swarm. So I would love to see an Abomination against all those Headhunters.
And the more important question, is this level 3? Yes, it is. Sleep level 2, that's a big deal. And the item, not bad. Talus, Periapt, always good. And a counter expansion, also something we've been seeing more and more from WFZ. Usually was always supposed to be unplayable for undeads, but WFZ disagrees.
And there is now a lot of disable and stuff and debuffs for the Blade Master. He will cast Curse on him, he will sleep him, and that is the main source of damage for the entire Orc army. So that might be why Fly is going for that many Headhunters. The Tiny Great Hall is up, but Fly is kind of forgetting to start mining now. Of course, the Tiny Great Hall takes a lot of time to pay off. Almost 700 gold.
But it looks pretty fortified there, with those towers and the whole bunch of Headhunters. He should be in good shape against Destroyers. And there's like, I think 4 statues on the ground for WFZ, so there should be a couple of Destroyers. And Banshees can also be dealt with kind of well, so I think the unit comp for Fly is looking pretty good.
But I also like the unit composition for WFZ here. 3 Banshees already. I think they're on Initiate, right?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah, 68 supply for WFZ. Is there a clock? I mean, of course there's a clock ticking now against the expansion, but he has his own. Who's gonna be the strongest in the super late game?
Yeah, it's weird, like, unless WFZ plays, we never see an undead playing an expansion, and so we never see 2 base versus 2 base. Here's the A-bomb, Neo, he wants to make you happy.
Thank you. The German listening to the Germans. WFZ is of course from China, but his wife was spending a lot of time in Germany. So that's why the Chinese call him the German.
Exactly. I wonder though, could this turn out to be kind of like Night Elf versus Orc, where the armies don't even matter too much because you disable the heroes? No matter what army the Orc has, if the Blade Master is doing nothing for a minute, does it matter? Can the undead just do whatever he wants? And again, this Dreadlord is level 3. He's gonna have statue backup for mana regen, most likely. But this is a lot of focus fire potential as well from the Orc side.
Yeah, this is so much piercing damage. Even Wyvern now, since everything will be clumped up on the ground with so many Headhunters.
Oh, and TC level 3, by the way. I didn't realize he
that
has
Stomp.
that.
That Stomp is so much better now.
Yes, and there's no silence. There is sleep, but what do you want to sleep? Blade Master or TC? Both are now very dangerous.
Nice timing for WFZ to go for the web here now right away. As he expects the first Wyvern to come.
Yeah, I like the shop here in the back. Narrow tower as well. DK earlier on didn't have a TP, didn't have an invul. That's a danger. Must have Death Pact by now though. Oh, I thought it was a shop. No, it's a second temple.
Second temple.
So I guess he is gonna start upgrading these Banshees.
Yeah, once he's at 80 maybe. At the moment he's completely out of gold. Shadowhunter at the shop. Level 4 for him as well. Quite far away from level 5.
But this undead army also doesn't have the most damage, does it? If he morphs destroyers, then yes, but those are gonna be shot out of the sky.
He can morph them with frost armor on, so that helps a little.
They're magic immune, Neo.
Yeah, but you can use frost armor on the statue and then morph them, and then they keep the frost armor.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I never knew.
Okay, we have Dispel. Late transition into Walkers from Fly. It is a little too late for the Dispel for this fight.
Weird situation here. WFZ, of course, doesn't want to move out of his towers. This is where the fight would be the best for him. But now maybe forced to, because this is a big army, not too many raiders, but still good damage against the buildings. If he gets the Kodo in the back, that would be the dream. That is the most juicy target here.
Ooh, there's 7 supply on the other side. That is not good for WFZ. Should he consider a TP maybe to unite his armies? DK far up front. The TC is looking for the Stomp. Here we go. That's a big one. The Wyvern has been taken out of the sky. The statues are still not morphed.
4 statues on the ground. This unit comp indeed looks weird, but the TC here dropping lower and lower. Dreadlord also being focused, gets the coil, will survive for a little bit longer. Which hero is going to die first? Up in the air is the Dreadlord. He can't sleep anymore, but now he's on the ground again. He has been dispelled very quickly. Coil coming in once again. TC with the invul. That one isn't going to last too much longer, but that was a massive stomp. Heal potion for him as well. He's surviving so long despite all of the nuke. Can he survive one last time? Yes, with the TP. The TC gets saved. And with that, the Unit holds on. Doesn't lose too much.
Really strong by WFZ in my opinion, with the 7 supply basically out of the fight or on the wrong side of the fight. In that little choke, the stat. Holy shit, we get Bloodlust. What's going on here? I mean, with the little choke here, the Banshees were untouched, the statues were untouched. It was so much healing for the undead and so much mana regen.
Yeah, I was doubting the 4 statues there. That's basically 6 dead supply. But in such a big army, I guess 6 supply can be a little inefficient. And it's like, I've never seen 2 armies like that collide before. These masses. I thought this TC was going to be such a big threat, but there was so much damage mitigation, right? There was curse everywhere.
Yeah.
There was sleep on the Blade Master. So if everything's stunned, it's not all gonna die in 2 seconds because the damage is so limited.
Curse was a little late, by the way, so maybe for the next fight that's an improvement that WFZ can do. Both players will be at 80 for the next fight. That's what we love. That's what we want to see. Late game undead orc action. The early and mid game is sometimes a little slow and boring in this matchup, but man, when it's about the big clashes, it is one of the best you can get in Warcraft 3.
I hear a Shredder somewhere. There it is.
Upgrades for the Wyvern and Headhunters.
Orc with Shredder. What a rare sight.
Yeah, right.
It's pretty cool though. You can deny most of your lumber peons, can go into a bigger army. That Shredder of course is gonna give you all the lumber you need. And undead with a Shredder as well. Alright.
Well, if both play expansions, then it's kind of... He has 4 ghouls already, right?
This is kind of like Theorycraft level Warcraft right now. You kind of have unlimited resources. You have tier 3 unlocked. You have a lot of time. It's very unlikely that this game is going to end within the next 5 minutes. So you can go for the army that you want.
We do have master training now for the Banshees, by the way, so possession is possible. And if you can get a Kodo, man, that is so huge.
So unlikely though. Kodo's going to stand in the back. There's going to be Stomps. There's going to be Hex. There's going to be Ensnares. If you get it though, it's really sick, I agree.
Yeah, you're right that it's hard. Fly wants to expand again, but look at the scouting of WFZ.
Oh, these towers are so cool though.
Yeah.
He would have established a foothold over here.
Can he kill them with destroyers now? Shouldn't engage. Should he engage?
He could just kill him with fiends down there. Dude, master training is finishing. High upkeep by the way.
Yeah, high upkeep by WFZ. Super rare to see that. Big echo advantage for Fly now. Due to taxes. Is Bloodlust really the thing? I mean, destroyers, they have the best time with Bloodlust.
He has a good answer to destroyers though, with all of this piercing damage. He still has a whole bunch of berserkers. In we go, massive storm, boom! Hits everything. Coil before though, the Dreadlord will survive with this, or will he? Yeah, damage is not good enough. Not sleeping the Blade Master yet. Here we go. Alright, curse everywhere, Spirit Link everywhere. This is a feast for this destroyer. Only one still up in the air.
Dodge was beautiful by WFZ. TC came in, but the Banshees were all moving out and he didn't hit a single one. Dreadlord, though, in trouble again. Can he get a purge or something? The Frost Armor is helping. This stun was way better.
There is the possession, and he gets the Kodo Beast! He actually does get the Kodo Beast, but it's getting focused pretty quickly. Yeah, that's a key target to get out. He gets the second Kodo Beast! Are you serious? Alright, he's gonna lose them both, but the Blade Master died in the meantime! It took a while, but finally Fly does lose the first hero, distracted by those Kodo Beast snatches! And this looks like WFZ on the path to victory. Finally we have Bloodlust, but not for a Blade Master anymore. That one's gone. It is only the SH here who has been Bloodlusted up. The TC in the front once again. Dude, these stomps, so sick! But there's not enough damage to back it up.
Yeah, everything is cursed. The Headhunters, they are firing rapidly with their spears, but they miss. Oh man, it's not a good eye for them. The Nova is hitting a lot of them in the middle of everything. The Lich gets a potion to be saved. Sleep again on the Shadowhunter. He wants this TC finally. It's the story of the game. Will the TC fall finally? Yes, it does. The Nova is enough this time. Bloodlust and Shadowhunter was asleep. And now the expansion for WFZ in the upper left is up. And he can clear this spot for Fly. What a fight for the Undead.
Damn, dude. WFZ, his own strategy. He came up with this, and damn is it looking good right now. This game should be in the books. 25 supply lead with sick heroes as well. Blade Master, can he even buy him back from the tavern? He doesn't have the resources just yet. Maybe he needs to sell something.
Dude, I'm feeling like I'm voice controlling WFZ here. I say go for the A-bomb, he goes for the A-bomb. I said go for the Kodos, he goes for the Kodos. Seems like it's working, man.
SH almost level 5, so once he's there, he's going to have a lot of healing. But the Blade Master is never going to be the carry in these fights.
Yeah.
He's always going to be slept.
Yeah,
and cursed.
Yeah, it's really good.
Of course, he lost the TC as well. So Blade Master's coming back from here, TC from the tavern. So this certainly looks like WFZ's win.
Yeah, man, with 2 gold mines versus 1, it certainly does. He's pushing for the base. Can he kill the altar? Certainly not, but there's sleep, and there's nothing to wake him up. Ah, maybe the Orc Burrow is. And there should be Windwalk, no shades. No.
Oh, he died with 2 potions, by the way. Do you see it in the inventory? That's not ideal. Distracted by those Kodo Beast.
He doesn't have enough mana. Okay, now he used the Windwalk. But sleep on the TC to prevent this this stun again. But here we go. Oh boy, Blade Master is low as well. Where's the Involt? There we go.
Possession again. Oh, nice. He used the Wand of the Wind to not give up the Kodo. That was really sweet, but now the Torrent Chieftain in trouble once more. Nova, Focus Fire, and he dies. Double level up. Level 3 Coil now unlocked. Even more Focus Fire if he wants to. The nuke has just become more dangerous. Blade Master in the front line. He's missing so many hits. He just can't find the kills.
The red letters everywhere in the back. The Blade Master once again the target. He's fighting against everything there. He's trying his best with Purge, with Crit. But is it enough? I doubt it. Headhunter should be taken out easily with the Destroyer, with the Lich damage. There's more and more curses coming in, man. He's cursing the entire army again. But can he find an opening with the DK? He's quite low. And there's... Was it a possession again? No,
it did get cancelled at the very last moment, but there's more fire drawn
Shadow.
away from the main army. The SH, Potion of Healing, just barely in time. Scroll speed to get away as well. Blade Master now in trouble, can't get healed. Is he gonna die? Is there a shade? Is there detection? There is! And the coil finishes him, and that must be it. GG! WFZ, with his own style, in his own way, he takes the victory, the 1-0 lead against Fly.
Fantastic performance by the Undead. Everybody thought, yeah, he's pretty good online every time, but man, when he's here at GCS ground, he disappoints. Not here in the first map, but it's quite the story for WFZ. He's really good when the series starts, but then his opponents get the upper hand very, very often. So, can he get his nerves together now? Can he play like this again? Last Refuge is, for some reason, the best map for his new style. I have this seen 5-6 times now. He won with it every time, not working that well on other maps.
Yeah, I think it's a lot about how much can you get done with your DK before you have, any army for your Lich. With only skeletons, how much can you creep? There is maps where this is hard to do on. Turtle Rock, for example. Which other ones? I don't know. You can check those out though. But also, Fly, he knows what's up now. He should have seen this coming. Everybody was expecting this. Again, WFZ, he has a strategy. He finds a good one he likes. He's going to stick with it to the bitter end. And there are weaknesses in there. How long was he stuck on 2 Fiends only? Yep. No Dreadlord, no Banshees. Those came way later, of course. No Ghoul supported push either. Against this strategy specifically, going old school Orc could be good. Stay tier 2, go Walkers, Raiders, assert map control. You're going to win every fight easy. Yeah. And then steal the camps around his base. Don't give him anything. And then with that advantage, maybe you can take the win. Maybe you can try to expand early. Pin him back with Raiders and Shadowhunter Hex or whatever. But against the current meta, WFZ has found a great strategy. Yeah. And I think it's up to the Orcs to respond to it.
True that. Also, Last Refuge, one of the maps where you can fight in chokes, and we've seen that. If there's no chokes, if there's open battleground, the Banshees get taken out fairly quickly. And then, like, we have seen 8 Banshees at the same time here, of course, due to the expansion as well, due to the double Temple of the Damned, but he kept them alive basically the entire time, and that was, like, so strong.
How happy did those possessions make you?
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
Never thought those were gonna get off so well. Fly reacted to the possessions later on in the fight in his main base really well, but by then it was too late. By then it was down by 25 supply. WFZ Shade, Dreadlord, possessions, that's his new style.
I'm still wondering, like, why you go for Bloodlust at that point of, like, that stage. Big investment. Maybe go for more. He had to dispel so much. He could go for Master Walkers, and then they're getting sniped, of course, but you can revive them.
I think his idea was, I have so much piercing, I'm gonna shoot these destroyers out of the sky, no problem.
And
so,
then, of course, Bloodlust is amazing.
Then Bloodlust is really good, exactly. But
it didn't work.
But I mean, what do you Bloodlust? You Bloodlust your Headhunters and your Kodos, because the Blade Master is always gonna be slept. I don't know. I don't know what the right response is. I think Orcs should consider playing more aggressively against this. Don't think about the super late game. Don't think about 80 versus 80 supply. Don't think about Undead having an expansion. Try to be more aggressive, mate. Maybe that's the right idea.
Well, if that's getting scouted, then of course the Undead can adapt as well. Here we have the maps once again. Ancient Isles and Twisted are banned. The first map goes to Wufagen, and now Fly picks Echo Isles.
Alright. Small map. Bad for triple hero orc usually. Can be fairly good for an expansion. And of course the X factor is the marketplace. Blade Master can get out of control. But how can the Blade Master carry you against the Dreadlord?
That is true. 10 claw spots here, but the claws are not the most important thing anymore in this matchup, since the critical strike is not affected by them. There is one big consumable here on this map with the marketplace, maybe 2. So that might help. In general, a lot of permanent items on this map, not too many consumables. The Reju Potion helped WFZ a lot in the early, for example, not happening here. Wards always help Undeads to detect the Blade Master and see him walking around. Big harass potential for Fly early on, I think, here with a strong Blade Master control early. So this was going to be an entirely different game. Also, I think Banshee is a lot harder to play on this map than on Last Refuge.
Certainly, to find a nice position for them. Looking more towards the early game, though, I really feel it's so important DK getting level 2. If you could keep him on level 1, that would be the dream.
Yeah, of course.
And yeah, he's only going to be creeping with skeletons, most likely, if he sticks with his strategy. And for that, Echo Isles is a pretty good map. You can go for, you know, the Ogre outside your base, can hope for a Claws right there, or you can go for some Remo special creep routes. Go for the Merchant right away, hit level 2 over there. So I feel like Fly... It seems to me, maybe I'm reading too much into this, but I feel like Fly is not respecting the strategy of WFZ enough.
I think he won't go for that. I think he picks Echo Isles because it's a nice pick against the WFZ strategy. Because of the open ground, Banshees are not that good. Because of that, like, the second strategy of WFZ against Orc is playing Worms, and also on Echo Isles, Worms don't work that well because you can't hide them too much.
Yeah, Worms. I'm no believer at all.
Yeah, but he does it. I mean, we have to talk about it since WFZ plays it. You weren't a believer on playing the old TS as Undead against Orc, and WFZ showed you that it's possible, so he's kind of like in his own world.
I mean, yeah, it's possible. It's possible. He has had success with this strategy against other Orcs in a best of 3 in the beginning as well. And then moved on to fail later, which was on the new Terran stand, if I recall correctly.
Yes.
I still think Banshees could work here.
I think with the Tinker, yeah, with the Dreadlord.
I mean, the Blade isn't going to be hunting them down. He is going to be sleeping, and it's not like against...
well, at the stage of when the Banshees are there, you can wake him up with ranged attacks.
Yeah, of course you can. But by then, Dreadlord being level 3, unlikely. But still, he's going to have 4, maybe even 5 sleeps, even if it's only level 1. And that Blade Master is not going to be doing anything for a long time. And if you don't have a Blade Master to deal with the Banshees, how else do you do it? Headhunters, I think, has to be the answer. You can't play this like against Night Elf. You can't go Mass Raiders. That's just way too bad.
Yes. Do you think we will see expansions here again?
I'd like to see Fly tech early, creep the expansion, go for Raiders early, maybe even a TC, and protect your Expo.
Okay.
Then again, TC in the late game against this strategy looks so bad. No, TC is probably a bad idea. Go SH rather.
Alright, curious what we're going to see. A lot of options, as you can see. And here we go. Map number 2. Who's going to be Foggy's opponent? WFZ is 1 map away and Fly has to catch up. Otherwise, he would face life in the lower bracket semi-final. Echo Owls it is. The WCA champ of 2015, who won the grand final against Yaws there, is starting in the upper right once again as an orc. I'm sorry, Fly 100%. Was this 100% already? We will see. WFZ looked, especially in the end, superior. But he has this weakness of taking the lead and then throw it away.
Especially if the orc reacts well to it. I'm really interested to see what Fly does here. The cat's out of the hat now. He knows what WFZ can play. He knows what WFZ most likely will play. I think early expansion would be like the hardest counter to this strategy. As long as you keep your scouting up, the DK, he's going to be alone for a very long time. He's not going to have any fiends. So how should he cancel an expansion which is coming on the way to tier 2, for example? But then again, Fly not really known for being too experimental with his strategies, with his builds. He played super standard, super meta on map number 1. Maybe he rushed the tier 3 a little more so than is normal, went for tier 3 before bestiary. But other than that, it was extremely predictable. Same is the case here for WFZ, once again opening with DK fast into later fiends.
2 burrow tech? Very rare to see that in this matchup, in this meta. 1 burrow tech usually the thing to go for.
Yes. Does he have a shop?
No, don't think so. Maybe in the south, but doubt it.
Alright. Gonna be a bit of a delayed tech then. Acolyte moving across the map, scouting once again, already slew the first sheep, so there will be skeletons available. What's the DK gonna go creep with it? Again, DK will only be able to creep with skeletons for a very long time. The orc with good scouting can punish this. But Fly is starting off with his own ogre warrior, same as the case for WFZ here. Hoping for the claws. Ring again. Dude, he has found so many rings so far.
Usually WFZ is a lot of the rings. There is a shop, by the way, so this is basically the latest tech possible for Fly.
Pretty much.
And I wonder why he does that. I mean, creeping, of course, on Echo Owl is fairly easy and get a lot from that, but
with the later tech on the orc side, he's going to have more grunts out early. He can scout better with those and can try to pressure the DK more to not give him too much of a way to level 2. He just used the scroll of speed. I'm pretty sure that was a misclick.
Okay, maybe he gets the
and that's annoying. That item has such a long cooldown and can be so effective if used well.
Little mistakes by Fly in the early game. Is he getting nervous for once now? Gloves of Haste for the DK, not that good. For the Lich it is. The Acolyte scouted this creep spot here. Lightning Shield, not that impactful. Level 2 Critical Strike unlocked. And a Shadow Priest as well. Like super big investments into the early by Fly.
Okay, for a bit of healing I guess. It can be nice to dispel skeletons. But it's the same amount of gold as a grunt and it's a lot less damage. Alright, Skeleton scouted this by the way. WZ could try to punish this, but no, instead he wants to creep himself. And he's going to steal the Ogre Warrior here. Gonna be another nice item for him. And level 2, I think, yeah, gets it. Ring as well for him.
No pressure from Fly against the Undead, and that is super rare. Fly, one of the most aggressive players in the history.
There's the Expo.
Yeah, right? Tier 1 Expo?
Yeah, I think that's the right call. Like, what does he have to cancel this?
No, nothing. Well, if he can get the peon, though, that buys him a lot of time. And that's exactly what he does. He might have to invest a coil.
Level 3 already. Holy crap. With full mana, he could force a TP right now.
Okay, he doesn't get the peons, doesn't want to invest the coil.
Yeah.
That bought him a lot of time there. And with a level 3, man, this Blade Master, he's on the prowl now.
Okay, he sends out the ghouls. Those are supposed to cancel the Expo, I guess. Or is it just for creeping? Just for creeping. Alright. When he picks up skeletons here, he can go for his own Merc camp. And here's the Expo. I didn't expect this from Fly. I wanted to see this, because there's no way the Undead can cancel unless he moves across with the ghouls, invests super heavily.
The
This
one
should be a
thing
good answer to it.
that we didn't discuss in the pre-game, and Fly goes for it.
I said at the beginning of the game, though, I wanna give myself a little bit of recognition. So, what's the item here? Blade Master, still not a lot of damage. These drops, dude. Ring,
Horrible.
Talisman, and the one of Masteling. And oh, he made a mistake. He got his healing cancelled, and he doesn't have a salve anymore. So now he's low HP, and now he's moving away from this camp. WFZ will gladly take this. He doesn't get an item, but he gets closer to level 3.
Yeah. Lich second, of course, with the Slaughterhouse and then tier 3 tech. Little more normal. We don't see a sacrificial pit here. You don't need it, I guess. He knows exactly what's up. He knows exactly what Fly will play. So I'm even not sure if he goes for it later. And man, Fly is going for Raider Walker. Super old school.
I like it. I think this is good. You know, the other is going to try to find those kills early when the Blade Master is asleep. That's his game plan. But now there's going to be Spirit Link. Of course, you can dispel Spirit Link, but you can reapply it immediately if your micro is good enough. So, WZ, does he feel forced to like all in with a tier 2 push, which is usually very weak?
Same.
Or is he still gonna go tier 3 and give this Expo a lot of time?
Do you push into the main or the Expo? Because the Expo is so far away. Or do you expand yourself?
Oh, right. This is WFZ. He may just expand himself. But holding on to your expansion on tier 2, that's very rough. And it is very weak before tier 3. So he's gonna reach level 3 with this cap. And he stays tier 2.
Okay, that is such a... I mean, you don't have the orb. That's hard. And on the other side, you can't allow the orc to mine too much. Then you just lose. Ring of Protection, there we have it. The Lord of the Rings. And he shakes his head in disbelief, like, oh, again.
Alright, here we go. Expo starts to run. With this, normally the undead is on the clock. Should be a timing push. Trying to win this game very soon. Of course, so far the expansion has not paid off. But it will very, very soon. Such a late second hero, by the way. He delayed his second hero in favor of tier 2 buildings. Very unusual. So far, he only has that Blade Master. And Frost Armor is really good against the Blade.
Yep, gets the coil, gets the last hit. DK level 3 for the coil. So, who's gonna get the big one? The first statues are coming for healing, so it's gonna be even harder to kill fiends now.
Okay, he is playing this tier 2 all in.
Yeah,
I don't
with
think he's...
with the ghouls,
Yeah.
etc.
Interesting. So, he's gonna fight against Spirit Link without a spell and without an orb. So, taking out targets is gonna be very, very hard to do. He obviously doesn't have sleep, being tier 2 only. I like that he goes for the dust here, doesn't forget about the possibility of Burrow.
Heal scroll, of course, now more important that Spirit Link is there, no destroyers to dispel it, so the damage gets spread across the entire Orc army. The burrows are easy to kill though, so Fly is gonna be supply stuck. At 50 though, that's fine.
Is he though? Mass repair, it's kind of close. Fiends have to be microed so they can't put out the damage. Burrow does fall in the end. Lich a little bit out of position. And he should have Ensnare soon. The first Raiders coming in. I guess Ensnare isn't ready yet. And this fight is looking okay so far for the Undead. Spirit Link now coming in. Now finding the targets is going to be... Finding the kills is going to be very tough. I think the important thing here for Fly is Ensnare the statues and take him out. And there it is. Ensnare and Focus Fire. No Frost Armor on the statue. That's a decently big mistake there, I would say. Walker getting saved. New statue coming in.
But nice ethereal form by Fly there to save the statue and the heal self, as you said. The Shadowhunter doesn't have too much mana anymore. Fiend gets saved, and yeah, WFZ sees this doesn't really work with only one statue. I only can regen health or mana. I need the two. Yeah. Well defended by Fly, and now he's at 700 gold, or 1000 gold actually, 700 for WFZ. No tier 3 tech though.
Yeah, and I think this is the perfect response from Fly. Fast expand against this undead who is so weak early on. He has no possibility of cancelling. He's either going to be forced to counter expand, which is, you know, impossible since it's undead, or hit you with a weak tier 2 timing. He defended that, and now he should be in a great position to win this game. Of course, it's far from over. Nukes are always a danger. Hero kills are always a danger, especially with the likes of Fly. But it is looking very nice for him now.
Right. What can WFZ do now? He takes to tier 3. Now he goes for a sacrificial pit. Does he really have to scout that much? He knows where he has to attack. Maybe he wants to go for a creep check or something. Or just maybe he just likes it that much to get more info, more eyes on the map.
Here's one of his eyes. The Blade Master scouting the undead army. He knows how safe he can feel right now. If he had the lumber, I'm pretty sure he would be taking to tier 3. This little scout and harass is pretty cool. In the end, though, only nets one single peon kill. 1,000 gold still here for the orc.
And 60 supply, man. That is such a good position for Fly. He's not level 3 on the Shadow Hunter, though. And of course, he can't buy experience with gold. So WFZ is pushing into the main base, which is not that far away, as the expansion is. And this forces a reply. Fly is far away. Does he have a town portal for that? I mean, otherwise, that could be the play for WFZ here. Go for the burrows, give him supply stack, and then what can he do with all his gold?
And it is a good number of fiends. No orb though, that's a little less damage on the lich, and no destroyer, so he can't like run through these burrows, kite through them like butter. Nova executes a headhunter here, and yeah, he is gonna supply block him here quite a while. The orc army is coming from the south though, so how many burrows can he kill? The one in construction he certainly cancels, and the other one perhaps as well. Nice hex on the DK, so he can't TP out right away, so this fiend number 1 is definitely dead. TP out after. And that burrow should stay alive with mass repair. It will.
Well reacted by Fly. He was far away, but he got it in the end. Like, he saved everything. Double slaughterhouse. One last big mass destroyer push now that Fly is supply stack.
I guess so. He doesn't even have an orb. He doesn't care about that. I mean, also the destroyer army against the orc army right now is going to be very good.
Yes.
There's a lot of spirit link here. There's mercenaries, which aren't too good. There's grunts. There's raiders. There are headhunters, but not berserkers with the orcs still being tier 2
still not
only.
tier 3. Also no orbs, so the Blade Master can't attack the destroyers.
Exactly. Destroyers would be very powerful.
That is, yeah, he's going for the upgrade already. And then he can produce them in masses with a double slaughterhouse, but that's still taking some time, and that's, yeah, Fly again.
This orc army is so big. Like, yes, destroyers have a lot of damage, but once the mana's gone, there's still gonna be a big army left. And he's going in again. Rinse, repeat. We saw this before. Oh, nice. I love that Fly kept the TP, actually. He was ready for this. He may even get a Devour out from the Kodo. Nope. Nice micro by WFZ. Fiend remains outside the stomach.
Trading one burrow for one TP, and of course there was a TP by Fly as well. So it keeps him supply stuck, and the question is, when is the big destroyer push coming?
He already morphed 2 of them. So I think he was trying to kill the burrows with the destroyers, with 2 of them at least. He was surprised by the TP, and that was a lot of wasted potential now for that mana. Really nice that Fly anticipated this.
Going for more peons now, so he has more repair in his base with 76 supply and still more than 1,000 gold. Level 3 for the Lich though, even more powerful. Maybe hero focus then.
Or go for the backline, go for the headhunters or whatever. Because destroyers with mana plus level 2 Nova, that backline could disappear so fast.
Double claw and the circlet. Very, very nice. No level 2 critical strike though. WFC getting more creeps on this map, but what can he do against this massive army? Fly can go up to 80 now. Down. Okay, just a ziggurat here. And then 70 supply push. A little too late though for that.
Maybe he could try to sit in the base, turtle, old school undead style, wait for the base to run out and then, you know, make a 90 supply army. Like undead sometimes do against, very rarely do, against Night Elf. But by then, there might be tier 3, there might be towers, there might be 100 supply orc, there might be a new base. Probably not gonna work. So this is it! This is the big push!
Destroyers have mana. Third one is out. One statue on the ground. The burrow will fall in seconds, most likely. Yes, there's no response. Fourth destroyer up. This is mass magic damage and a lot of dispel. So if he casts Spirit Link now, it will instantly be dispelled and then there's no more mana on the destroyers.
Nice kiting back so far. Despite that Nova, he hasn't lost a single unit. Fly hasn't. And the Nova hits here, but it doesn't hit too many. He also spreads his army very, very nicely. The first Fiend has already been taken out. Look at all of these Orc forces, dude. This is so much stuff. It's not the most amazing tech, but it's so much. And especially without the Orb, you can't take that out so fast. And this was kind of an all-in push. After the one we already saw earlier, this one doesn't succeed either. This game, by all accounts, should now be over.
Yeah, Fly is just returning all the balls that WFZ is throwing at him. Like, He went for an early tier 2 push, easily defended. He went for a destroyer push towards the base, easily defended. He went for an even bigger destroyer push towards the expansion, easily defended. So what's his plan D or E now?
I think it has to be hero focus now. I don't see any other way. Kill the Blade Master first, and then somehow kill the SH after. And then you can be behind by 30 supply. But other than that, it's looking more than hopeless.
Still stays in this game, still trying, and that could once again be an opening to a comeback against WFZ, man. Fly 1,300 gold now. WFZ is grasping for gold coins, selling some items now. Has an invol on him, wants to go for more units though. Only 58 supply for him. More destroyers to be morphed there. The mana is all gone.
Yeah, and by now we have so much piercing damage. We have Wind Riders, we have Headhunters of course, and they're gonna be Berserkers soon. There's also plenty of Raiders for Ensnare. There's gonna be a TC third. Why not get another aura? Speaking of auras, the upgraded Coda 1 is gonna be done soon. He's at 80 against 58. With a big fearsome army, he has the Orb of Lightning now. Speaking of Orb, by the way, it has finally been picked up by the Undead as well. Alright, is this gonna be the final battle?
Looks like it. Open battleground. We even have Wyverns to additional damage. A nice end snare against the statues, but he doesn't want to engage yet. Flyers on tier 3. He has the orb, so the destroyers can be attacked. Wants to purge the DK. Not lucky, yeah, so WFZ is getting some kills at least.
And big dispels as well against the Spurling. Of course, against so many destroyers, Spurling really doesn't seem to be a good idea anymore. Now we have the Berserkers, but not too many left. Is this actually still doable for WFZ? He has found a couple of kills. The Fiends out on the ground are dying fairly quickly, though. Here comes another big Nova, getting rid of more of the backline. Heal Scroll comes in too late to save those units. Kodo in the back, still alive. Maybe that could be a key target. WFZ running lower on mana, but still okay. TC coming in now, but level 1 hero. How much is he really gonna do? Only destroyers left along with the heroes and the statues.
Not that easy to take out the Headhunters now without the Fiends. DK could be a target with all the Raiders on the ground, but he's going for the statue first. Only one remaining, so he has to switch the target from the anti-air to Raiders. Is successful with that. And this fight for WFZ was way better than expected. They are equal supply now, and Fly is at 1,300 gold, not reproducing his army.
Yeah. Amazing fight for him, but that was all of the destroyer mana. That is now gone, and it's not coming back. And he can respond with a better army now. He can go into more piercing damage and move away from these walkers, of course, which don't do too much anymore. But it was way better than I thought it was going to be. Props to WFZ
Yes.
making this an actual game. Perhaps a bit of impatience though by Fly. Did he have to take that fight there before the Berserkers, before Envenomed Spears maybe?
What's the choice now? Pit Lord, Dark Ranger, both possible. Alchemist for additional minus armor. 3 choices now to pick from.
Almost level 5.
Yeah.
And then
Well, Nova is becoming a better and better target.
hell yeah.
No Dreadlord. He has the gold soon for the 3rd hero.
A timely silence could always be good here. That was a good fight for him, but I think he still has to hope for the hero kill, so I wouldn't mind the Dark Ranger.
Yeah, I agree. Pit Lord. Yeah, the army is big, but can be dispelled. The Howl of Terror. There are still a few walkers. Huh.
Let's go for the Pit Lord.
Interesting.
We'll have a very good tank with that in the front line, of course. Calling over on the SH, but there will be healing. And there's potions for him as well as a TP. Spurling now also to make him more tanky. And here we go again. Web actually against the Wind Riders, so they're all on the ground. They have been dealt with. TC moving forward. He doesn't even have Stomp. He has the Aura only. What an expensive Aura indeed. Wind Riders being taken out. Destroyer still up in the air.
What can you do against the Blade Master, though? There's nothing against him. The Pit Lord is falling soon. Gets the Howl of Terror out, but is there the spell? Does he want to go for it? Looks like it. Yeah. No. It's still running here. Wyvern survives. Gets returned. The Destroyer is still up.
Units certainly falling on masses on both sides. More destroyers falling here. Level 4 for the SH. Nice micro on the Berserker, saving them towards the back. The walkers have all been taken out, so now the Howl is a lot better.
And the Wyvern as well, man. What is Fly doing? He has no army anymore except a few Headhunters, and you can take them out with heroes one by one.
Lich no mana anymore though. He may have one Nova, but that's the only one. He's driving him back. He could kill the Kodo Beast here with a Coil Nova combo. This one is going to die. Coil doesn't even need the Nova. Wow. Are you kidding me?
Gets the level 2 in one fight.
Is he actually winning this game?
That would be unbelievable. And what an uphill battle the entire game against the expansion. Going for the heroes again. The Pit Lord, as you said, big blocker. The Blade Master he has no item anymore, only heal waves. I think that was the last one if he used the mana potion already.
But he's fighting against an orc shop here. There's going to be so much mana for heal wave. I think this is an overextension certainly from the Undead. Pit Lord could be in trouble. Very low HP in the front line. Statues, by the way, always on the ground. Why are these not being targeted? That's a mistake from Fly, certainly. But they're out of mana now, so the region is very limited.
Still same supply. Next stun coming in. He wants the Pit Lord, but long range coil. Whoa, that was a critical strike coming. That was super close. But the destroyers are about to fall. The Lich is hurt as well. The DK is out of mana. There has to be a kill very soon. Is it a kill on the Blade Master? No, because there is an invul. Lich has one as well.
And now he has the required number of Berserkers, and once he survives the mana from the Lich, those are safe as well. The Pit Lord not so safe perhaps with the Scroll of Speed as well. He is going to fall. Third hero down. Level 5 DK. Can he find the hero kill in return? He needs to kill off this Blade Master, but Fly will not give it to him. Not this time.
No, man. More and more Headhunters. How much mana is there? No more Storm, no more Heal Wave. The Clarities are running. Can he cancel it is the question. Statues on the ground for the Undead. This is the hero power of the Scourge. Cancels the regen here on the Blade, but not on the Shadowhunter, so there's Heal Wave.
Purges, here we go. This Destroyer gonna fall. Now he gets the Devour off as well. He has strong heroes, but he has no army to back it up. Nice block.
So well played by Fly, man, to get the stun up front, then the Kodo can eat, he gets the kill in the back, more Wyvern coming, and I think this mass piercing damage seems to be enough now. No destroyers there. He goes for the Hail Mary, Coil Nova on the Blade. There's only a potion for him, but no mana on the heroes anymore as it seems, and the statues are falling. He takes them out one by one, only one remaining. Invo potion on the Blade Masters, going for the hero kill, going for the Equalizer now.
There's no more Coil. This might be it with a Purge. This Lich will be taken out. He's playing it safe though, doesn't want to lose his Blade Master. At this point I think it will be okay, he's next to the tavern anyways. What's he gonna go for, the safe kill, the statue? Or the hero? No Purges, Coil Nova, he's dropping low and he is the
No way! Vintage Fly losing his blade. He does have enough mana, money. Does he get him back from the shop immediately?
Lich level 5, right?
Yeah, Pit Lord is back as well. Okay, he does not have the gold. I thought he bought him back instantly, but no. Fly down to 300. That is not enough for the blade. And can he get the unit back? The Kodo is falling, then the aura is gone. This game, man, what a back and forth. And still WFZ fighting uphill against this expansion. It's quite unbelievable. 400 gold remaining only.
Oh my god, can he steal the invul? That would be such a big deal. If he gets the invul, this Blade Master can't feel safe after. Doesn't get the invul. This one has been taken out by, purchased up by Fly before. Oh, bad position for these Headhunters. And Nova would rock in so hard. Doesn't want to use it against only one Berserker though. Gets that one easily, of course.
Fly and his Blade Masters, man. What a story for years and years and years. Can't control it. Blade Masters coming back, but only halfway. He was level 4. That takes forever.
Unbelievable how WFZ makes this a game. High level undead heroes. Can they do it against all odds? They need mana for it though. He needs a new statue. He only has one coil, maybe 2 Novas. He's being very careful with the usage of those. There it is. Hits onto 2 Berserkers, which is okay. Not amazing though. And there is Heal Wave against it. Of course, the SH will have a lot of mana with a gold backup. He gets one more kill.
Should he retreat and kill the peons? That's exactly what he's doing, right?
And he's counter-expanding. Oh my god, this is actually a game! This is actually a game! This is
unbelievable.
So
the main gold mines have expired. This is Fly's last income, and he kills the peons one by one. Is the Orc in a position to counter this expansion?
But still the undead hero is very low mana, especially the Lich. He can eat some fiends. With a level 3 Nova, that's definitely worth it.
2,300 people are watching this game, cheering for either Fly or WFZ, but the Orc has a big army once again. Threw in all his gold for more and more Headhunters, mass peon usage, but the big strength of the undead, Coil Nova pickups.
Blade Master almost level 5. Crits, not as big as in the past, but still pretty big. And he gave over the invul. Can't afford to lose that hero again. Nice purge. That should be an easy kill towards the statue. That's the important targets here. Yeah. You don't want to give the undead heroes mana regen.
How long until the gold mine is haunted? It does take some time. So far, no mining for WFZ. Pitlord is the focus. Getting a coil is healed up again. Maybe a little too early. Nice stump again, but does not hit the DK, who has only one more coil left, though. That's the last one.
Yeah. No mana on the undead heroes. Suddenly they're not so scary anymore. Everything full HP pretty much for the Orc side. Blade Master far in front. Needs to be careful. Has the invul though and will have more healing. Nice stomp as well. He's moving forward. Fly is not losing anything. WFZ made this much closer than it was supposed to be, but now it is Fly on the winning path. Or is he? Is he going to lose this Blade Master once again? Seems like that's the only way back for WFZ once more. Invul pop. Doesn't want to lose it. And hits level 5 with this.
Okay, critical strike level 3. This is where the big damage comes in. Goes for the statue, 164. I think he didn't skill it yet, but I'm not too sure. Hull of Terror again to counter this. No walkers anymore for Dispel or Spirit Link because of Destroys. Blade Master gets another potion to heal himself up. He cannot allow to lose his first hero one more time.
SH out of mana. No heal wave anymore. Lich is gonna have a coil soon, I think.
Nova.
Nova, exactly. Getting stomped though, getting focused with a crit. This is gonna be it, but there's more coil. Transfers the TP.
He town portals out.
He does.
He town portals out, and that is the expansion for WFZ. He doesn't kill the 3 heroes. He doesn't push the Haunted Gold Mine. Income for the Undead again. At 32 supply, but he's alive again. Making this game way longer than it's supposed to be.
And he got the invul. No invul anymore for this Blade Master, not for a long time. He needs a statue now, desperately. Shade is looking for the army. Can he find some hero level up here? Oh, is this actually a level up? These tiny little gnolls, it is!
Whoa!
And what a big one.
The stomp is becoming so much better now. Man, was that a rough start for the TC, starting off with an aura. Couldn't use stomp in the first fight, but now finally he has it. So much disabled, and the stomps this game were pretty on point. Doesn't hit the DK too often, but the rest of the army is disabled for a lot of seconds.
This game's still not over.
Nope.
If this Blade Master dies,
it's always the possibility for Fly to lose his
always
PM.
possible. And here he has mana regen now. That last engagement, where he lost so much of his army, he was very low mana. Not gonna be the case next time. He's gonna have a narrow tower here as well.
Does Fly know about this? I mean, now he must expect it, but does he know? Why is he not? Why was he TPing out there? Was he so afraid of the Nova?
Yeah, I guess he felt like last Blade Master loss. Got WFZ back into the game, don't want to do it again.
As if he learns from a Blade Master loss. Come on, Remo, don't be ridiculous.
And the thing is, if he loses the Blade, like, he doesn't have the resources anymore to buy him back from the tavern. Alright, big supply advantage for the Orc, of course. It's been like that for the last 10 minutes. He's moving across. The Shade was seeing this. Only on single Fiend and the statues.
Fly has to attack into this because his expansion will run out soon, because it was a tier 1 expansion, mind you. If WFZ stays there, he has the advantage of Blight, he has the shop, and he has the Nerubian Tower. So the position is good. The numbers speak against him, but the position is good.
I love the addition of the Spirit Walker as well. Spirit Link gonna help a lot to keep this Blade Master alive. And there's only one destroyer up in the air against it. Alright, here we go. What's the focus? What's he gonna go on? Blade Master in the front, Coil Nova immediately dropping very low heal wave. He has a potion as well, but he needs to be careful. This Coil Nova is still very powerful. He goes to the back. With that, he survives for a little bit longer. Re-engaging, coming in again. Heal wave should be ready once more. He's full HP, but no potions anymore. He's getting focused. Is this happening again? Oh no, Fly! Don't tell me it's happening again! Slow speed to run away. And with that, he gets away.
Against the DK, there was no coil ready, but man, is he in trouble. Is there another nuke? Is there another Coil Nova? So far, Fly is doing this well by killing the entire army, but what's important here is the heroes.
No way.
And he defends it, and he keeps on mining.
He holds on again.
Oh, but Pitlord a little out of position immediately, the coil.
SH out of mana. He can't.
He wants the hero now.
WZ getting cocky here, maybe?
Yeah, looks like it. Blade Master's getting the invul. Super duper important.
Hall of Terror again hits the blade as well. DK in trouble. If he gets stomped here, that could be the game. The TC is gonna die though. Invul transfer. DK uses it, gets away with that. Blade Master dropping low as well. He has an invul of his own. Will have to use it soon. The Lich. Can he get coiled? I don't think there's mana. Or is there? He dies with the invul again. No, Fly. What is this? How can this happen? And it's the GG!
What a game by WFZ against all the odds! He survived for so long. I would die to see the goal disadvantage now he had in this game, man. This expansion was so early for Fly. Holy shit, WFZ with a performance of the year for him for sure.
Unbelievable, man. What a clutch performance.